one thing I've enjoyed about this industry, it has taken me to so many places. I've had the opportunity to meet great people that in my normal life I wouldn't have met them. No government will make you a better person unless you may want to make yourself. The two housekeepers were late, and then the first one who came, I sat there. The second one who came, I didn't sack her. Now the reason is,
Hello everyone, welcome to Eqay Inspire YouTube channel. This is Thrive in Africa podcast, where we tell the stories of amazing Africans who are thriving in different fields, and we extract crucial life lessons from your benefit. Today I'm with the manager of this beautiful place that you see here, and he's a young guy and he has done a lot of this kind of work, and we want to get into his life story. How is a young guy managing this big place, and what can we learn from his life story? Come along and let's talk to Mr. Christian Kwabena Ntsin. Let's go. Hello, Mr. Kwabena Ntsin. Welcome to Thrive in Africa podcast.
thank you, Eqay Inspire. Nice meeting you.
Yeah, I know that you're a young guy. I don't know your age, but I can see clearly. And you are a manager of this place. How did this whole story begin from the very beginning? Tell me.
Okay, let me say hi to your good viewers out there. My name is Christian Ntsin. I'm a Fanti, born and bred in Elmina. I'm a young guy with a beautiful young age. Going into or being in this industry, I dates back around 2006. After junior high school, my auntie had a restaurant at Elmina Castle where I used to go there to help her. Then she tells me, "Hey, no, go home today. You're not looking nice." Next time I said, "Okay, I want to put on my white and black trowel and go there."
Okay, wait. So how young were you at this time?
At that time I was around 13 years.
Okay.
Yes, and had completed junior high school.
Wow.
Yeah. So she asked me, "Oh, Kojo, today you look nice. So come and help me." So she said, "I want to help you to learn something." Her name is Mrs. Grace Thompson of Cape Coast. And then she said, "Look, I want to teach you how to cook, how to serve, how to write well." Even though I was doing well, but she said, "I want to help you do so many things." So from there, within a year or two, I got to know how to cook very well.
Oh wow.
Yes, I got to know how to cook very well. And then the husband also passed away. I then began to issue VAT receipts. Then I got to know, look, this industry would help me. I should take it very serious.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
At age 13.
At 13, I used to go to the castle. Even though I wanted to be a tour guide at the castle. When you go to the castle, we had a freelance tour guide. I joined them. We tell the history of the castle and how our people were taken into slavery. So that was my focus. But I got to know, look, if I blend the two together, it will help me. I love history. I love telling the history of my place, the Elmina, telling the history of another historical monument in Elmina, like the Elmina Castle and then the Fort St. Jago, the historical houses, and then the Dutch Cemetery, among other places in Elmina. The Elmina dates back 1482, has had the Elmina Castle, the biggest European building in Africa, and there's a whole lot to see. So if you're out there, you need to visit Elmina as well. That's my hometown.
Wow.
So my auntie then gave me the exposure after I entered the university. I said, look, doing education and then hospitality, which one would I want to do? I said, after the education, I said, look, I can't teach again.
Okay, so you went to Winneba, right?
No, UCC.
Oh, UCC.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you study there?
Education, basic education, and in distance education. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just forget about everything. Look, I wanted to.
No, wait, hold on. So what made you decide to even go into that program in the first place?
Because I wanted to be a teacher.
Okay.
I knew I know how to speak well. So I wanted to transfer the knowledge I've gained in life to helping others.
Okay.
So growing up, the profession I wanted to be was to become a teacher.
Okay.
And then to be able to help those around, because I love to help my siblings in doing their assignments. Okay. So I got that exposure that I wanted to be a teacher. But after the exposure with my auntie at the castle and the tips I was getting, I said, no, look, I can't do this one anymore.
Okay.
Even at a point in time, after secondary school, I became a teacher, teaching social studies and history, and then UC Mass. But still, I was doing the hospitality job with my auntie. Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So it means right from childhood, you had a sort of conflict between these two. Then you had to make the decision based on how promising this industry was.
Yes. It's one thing I've enjoyed about this industry. It has taken me to so many places. It has also, I've had the opportunity to meet great people that in my normal life I wouldn't have met them.
So Tell me some of the great places that you've been to.
Yeah, so I've worked in Axim Beach Resort in Accra, Axim Beach Lodge in Accra. I've worked in the Axim Beach Resort in Axim. I've been to Solent Villas Resort the first time I came here, and I've been to Uripe and Sansaria Lodge in Bole in the Savannah region,
Wow.
where we opened a new brand new hotel in 2020 to 2022.
Okay.
I worked there as the front desk manager. I worked as operations manager. I worked as the marketing and sales manager. I
Wow.
work as a general manager in charge of marketing and policy research,
Wow.
and, and then the staff welfare chairman as well. So
Okay.
I've also been to Blue Hill Hotel in Wa as a general manager. I've been to Danford Lodge in Wa as a general manager. And
Fantastic.
currently, we are here at Solent Villas Resort in Apam
Okay.
as a general manager.
Interesting. Interesting. So wait, oh, you were in school studying education, and then you decided to make this switch. At what point did you switch permanently, and how difficult or easy was that process? Knowing that okay, this is a career you had gone to school to build as a teacher, and you had to switch permanently into this industry. At what point did you make that switch, and how did it happen?
Yeah, I got to know um, why will I have to go to school and later I have to look for my own employment. I said no, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I also saw that you see the hospitality and tourism industry is very lucrative.
Mm-hmm.
It employs a whole lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the government and our leaders haven't taken major concern to that area.
Mm.
And I got to know if I choose that one, I would first of all earn better salary. I will also get exposure. I
Mm.
will also learn because I've been to all departments in the industry, not as becoming a manager. I've worked at the front desk. I've worked at the kitchen as a cook before.
Mm.
I've worked at the housekeeping supervisor. I've been to the security department before. Just to sometimes I just go there to work 2 or 4 months to see what they do there. That
Interesting.
is it. So there is no aspect in the industry I haven't been there. And
Interesting.
if I should tell you this is what we are doing at this side, I understand what we're doing here.
Mm. Yeah, but how did you make that switch? Like that final switch that okay, you are now entering into this space full time. I want to understand
Yeah, it
because I
was.
know there are a lot of young people out there who are at the brink of making certain decisions in their life, but for some uncertainty, some fear of the unknown, they are held back. So I want to understand how did you make that switch finally?
Yeah, that
Mhm.
was around 2014
Okay.
when I worked with the one Jonas Tete of blessed memory, the owner of Axim Beach Resorts, who
Okay.
I met in the castle. And
Okay.
then he finally confirmed that, look, you don't need to be here. Even though I was looking at one day managing my auntie's restaurant as a manager, the time came, but the husband had passed on and there was no resources to manage the place properly. So
Mm.
business was not going well. But when the man told me you know to be here, then he gave me his card to contact him, like I should speak to him and then we see what's the way forward is. And then
Mm.
I did it. He assured me if I want to work with him he would able to shape my career because he saw how smart I can go and cook. Sometimes on Sundays I go to work alone, I cook, serve, and then I do everything together
Wow.
because I didn't want to stay home as a young guy, so I just go there to do things on my own.
Wow.
So that's around from 2014 that I finally made the switch that
Okay.
the teaching I don't want to do again. Even
Okay.
though it was a hard decision
Mm.
because I love the kids I taught
Mm.
them. And then even today, some call me and tell me they never thought I would cut it short like that.
Wow. Okay. So you seem to have been very successful in this field, and you mentioned that it was lucrative. So I want to ask, what would you say are some of the things just to inspire other people that you've achieved for yourself that you
Yeah,
can tell us?
we haven't achieved a lot,
Okay.
and I wouldn't say it is too lucrative. It depends on the agreements you go into with the owners, the directors.
Mm.
Okay, I would take 1 city and do this job for you. Normally, I would say, okay, look, if you want to pay me 2 cities, now let's sit down. 2 city, half of 2 cities is what? 1 city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so give me 1 city by 12, that is 12 months in the year, and give me that bulk money. So able to do something. Then at the end of the month, I take this one, like maybe 1 city for the month. It means it's the same 2 city I'm taking at the end of the month. Yeah, so when they agree with you, it depends on the agreements you do. One thing is that we should learn to understand agreement and respect it. If you go into agreement with somebody that you want to work with them for 1 year, we should just do it.
Mm.
That's all, yeah.
Okay. You must also have, like, I know you've talked about how hardworking you were and how you were able to learn from different parts of the industry in order to be well versed. But what other secrets would you say like contributed to your success in this field? Because I know there are a lot of people who have interest in this industry, but they are not able to take it so high and work with so many big people. What are some of the things that you did to gain that leverage in this industry?
Yeah, so coming this far hasn't been easy. I've
Mm,
worked with a whole lot of managers. The journey hasn't been smooth.
mm,
It's an industry full of excellence, and everybody would want to be at the top. Some may use the other way, some may also want to go to the smooth way. The other ways I talk about is people don't care to even to say what is not true about you to get to what they want to be.
mm,
Yes, because the owners want to hear good news. The market there wants where there is anything good. So people don't care to say whatever they are saying
mm,
just to make you unpopular in the sight of the directors or the owners. But however, I think it has been a beautiful journey.
mm,
um, those I worked with them, I work with managers, I would say, I don't want to use the word bad, but who are a little bit difficult,
mm,
and managers who are also a little bit okay. I want, because you should know how to blend the two. So growing up, I decided, look, I want to blend the two. All the managers I mentioned at first were people when they were even leaving the workplace, we never knew where they passed,
oh
and
wow.
nobody would like to work with them again. So, and those that were good, not to say good, those who wanted to understand their team, the team they work with them, were people that when they left, you could see people wish they are back to the workplace
Mm,
again.
mm,
Yes, and as a leader, if you are too good, you have a problem. If you are too bad, you have a problem. You should know how to blend the two together.
mm,
Manage people. Look, people wake up and they have their own issues at work, like from family, personal issues. And so when people come to work and then they make mistakes, there's a way to manage them. It doesn't mean that that is how they are. You should
mm.
first of all understand what the situation is.
Okay.
It doesn't mean once you see somebody late, you just sack the person to go home. No. Well, for example, one situation happened in my former place in Danford Lodge. The two housekeepers were late, and then the first one who came, I sacked her. The second one who came, I didn't sack her. Now the reason is when the first one came, I was watching on the camera. So when she came, she was late. Now sat down, changed, and finished eating. Now she now went to ask them his manager around. They said they have not seen him today. So I was just watching on the camera, like you see. Then when I asked the security man, what did the lady say? Then she said she asked if I'm around. I said okay, that's fine. But the second one, when he was coming, she knew she was late, and she was running. When she came in, like she was just in a way trying to find a place to work, something to do. It means that such a person understands that she knows what she has done is
Mm-hmm,
wrong,
mm-hmm,
but rather she also want to have the work at heart.
mm,
So she wants to do something.
mm.
But of you are late, you came, you just sat down, ate your banku, and when you are finished, you just want to relax because you have not seen the manager around. No, we want
Interesting.
people who want to work not because the managers are around, but because they know what they have to do.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes, that is how.
Wow, interesting. So you have this insight into leadership, into managing people, and this amazing work culture. I mean, even me speaking with you and coming to meet you, I realize you are such a solid personality. Where do you think you got all these principles that guide you from, that are making you a good leader, a great manager, and a great human being in general? Where is that coming from?
So I would say most of the principles I know I learned from my church leaders.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Which church is that?
Latter Day Saints. So
Interesting.
we are being taught that work is a commandment,
Mm,
and then wherever we work, we should try to leave a good name. We
okay.
should try to write our names in good colors of the place, so that
Okay.
make way for the place. So people who may also come. And to tell you, my first time I came here, we had light issues, and then they were struggling. I was just watching them. My father is an electrical contractor, so I asked him to come and help. So he also comes to work. If you see this walkway lights, or he made them for
Oh,
the
right,
place.
right, right.
Yeah, and each time he comes, he say, "Hey, my friend, help me." I can't say no. Yeah, these are the principles that we learn. And aside, or I want to work as a team player. When I took over from here a month ago, there were people I've worked with them in the north, in other places. I asked them, look, this is where I am. I want you to come on board. They want to come because
Mm,
they may have worked with me and they know what I can do with them, and then what we can achieve together. It's not about the manager alone. The
mm,
manager cannot run the place.
mm-hmm.
If the team you have do not buy into your ideas, you need to let them know where you stand for, where you want to go and where we've gotten to. Once they understand you, you can achieve a lot together with them. But aside whatever happens, try to get the best out of the people that you work with them than the negative stories. And then if I know you are not even too good, I will try to talk to you, try to let you know, look, you need to work on this one. But however, let's work together. Yes, let's work together because I may know where your strength lies and I need to get the best out of you whenever the need arises.
Wow. Okay. I'm sure you've also encountered some people in the industry who are not, you mentioned it earlier, who are not very straightforward. They want to use some other means of getting things done. And well, you go to church, but a lot of people also go to church, but they don't adopt that kind of mentality. What is your advice to such people, like people who are not working with integrity and all that? What can you tell such a person, like from your experience and what integrity has done for you, good management has done for you? What's your word to people like that?
Yeah, even me personally, a lot was said about me, but it's sometimes very hurtful. Like you hear they said you've done this, of which it's not true. Before they realize it's different story, and once the story comes out, you may not have the opportunity to defend yourself, or even those who heard it will say it different. So there is this man, Gordon B. Hinckley. He said a newspaper published a false story about somebody. And then the man told his wife he needs to go and sue the newspaper. Then the wife said, no. Among all those word the papers, 20% of them will not read. 20% of them will not understand who you are, who may not know who you are. The rest too will read but will not understand where the issue happened. So I try to understand that whatever happens, even though how bad or how hurtful it is, let it be. Even if especially you know it is not true, let it be. Behind the scenes, we have worked with people that they said ABC, but behind the scenes, they'll be talking to us to come back. But in the public domain, people think we did what they are saying. Yes, it has happened to me in 3 places. And then I think the last place, the owner had to call and say, how much will it cost you to come back?
Oh,
So I
wow.
said, oh, for now, I don't think
Wow.
I can
Wow.
make it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Okay, so now tell me about the Solent Beach Resort.
Okay.
What are the, I mean, I've gone around, I've seen beautiful things, but I want you to say it yourself. What are some of the facilities you have here?
Okay, so I would like to say Solent Villas Resort is owned by the Dagogo family,
Okay.
who stay in Ghana, who have been in Ghana for so many years.
Okay.
And then the concept is to provide a hospitality-friendly environment where customers come and they feel like they are home. Some hotels, if you go, they have a different understanding about the principles. Every hotel has a way they want to see to manage their business. Some may tell you, hey, no, you can't do this. No, this one you can't do it.
Okay.
But we want to give our guests a friendly atmosphere that they would want to feel at home. No restrictions. Even when there are restrictions, they are not too hard. That once they want to pay and do this one, they can have access to it. We are located in between Apam and Winneba at Abrekum, near Otol in the central region. And we have like 26 rooms, 26 beachfront rooms, very nice ones that
Yeah.
can make your stay a comfortable one. We also have a conference facility. We have a pool, we have a gym, a tennis court,
Yeah.
quad bikes for beach activities. We also have a nice and a clean white sand beach, which is I think so far the best in the area. So looking for a place to have your weekend for relaxation and then to renew your strength for the struggles out there, the best place you need to be is Solent Villas Resort. We are just a call away and then we just sort you out.
Yeah, and there's one thing that I believe in. When you look at nature, you can immediately tell the kind of mind that God has, how He loves humanity, creating beautiful flowers and all. And so it's just interesting when you come here and you see how the buildings are arranged, how everything is. You just get the point that no, these people they really, you just get the idea that these people are really doing something to make people happy. This is such a vast area, but they didn't decide to squeeze things together. They make the place very comfortable. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, the idea is that we, even though if you squeeze things, you can get a whole lot of land and a space to put more structures there. But we want to have an environment where it is friendly, as I told you. And as soon as you enter here, everything there should tell you it's serene. You don't need to struggle to see things, and then so that is the concept. And even there are some places no matter what, we wouldn't put structures there, just like the beachfront, this piece of land here that extends to the conference area in front of the director's residence. We wouldn't like to put structures there because we want to have a view of the ocean, and then to see what nature or what relationship is it between land and then the sea.
Yeah.
What communication
Yeah.
do they have? That is the concept. We want to always hear the ocean tides, and then even sometimes once the breeze to enter the rooms. That is what we want to have here.
Wow, amazing. So you are a young man in Africa who seems to be doing well for yourself. You have your principles that are guiding you. But you know, Africa seems to have a lot of challenges. Our youth are always like struggling to get visas abroad, go and look for greener pastures when there are clearly a lot of green pastures here, even physically, you know. And you seem to be one of those people who is living in one of those green pastures. I mean, you are doing well managing a huge place like this. What do you think is probably something that the African youth, the average African youth, is not really grasping about their potentials here and how they can make it?
Yeah, I think in our area of the world, the systems are not straightforward. Like they are not something we can believe that it can carry us to the next 10 year or 15 years. At some point in time, it changes due to change of government and all these things. That is one factor. And then I also believe that look, no government will make you a better person unless you may want to make yourself. Yes, there are a whole lot of opportunities out here, good working jobs. So it's as a young African, whoever wants to stay in Africa here to work, one of the things we should know is the education. What we want to choose and do like in school is what will end us job when we are done. For example, I had a friend who started as a studying science, and today he's into what do you call it? Media and publicity for one radio station.
Wow,
So
seems we are
it's
talking about me.
no, I
But
have
anyway,
a friend like that. He's in Cape Coast now. I believe that we are not guided. We don't have coaches to guide us on what to do. If you want to study online, even some online courses, they tell you a coach will contact you to see or to be guiding you. Even at the point in time when you don't feel like doing it again, they'll be calling and WhatsApping you, sending you mails, prompting you to do your assignments. And these are the things but here our area, if you don't go to school, your teacher, some of them will not even want to look for you. And then a whole lot. And parents also feel, I've done my best, but we should have a situation whereby everybody wants to carry you along. Like, okay, this one is failing. Why? What do we need to do to help the person? Let's carry everybody along so we all succeed together. The tourism industry will be a better place to be in Africa if the youth take it very serious. I know this Rock City Hotel, Dr. Brian Echampon, the owner, the biggest hotel in Africa, and I think the fifth in the world is in Ghana. And it's so inspiring that I personally I want to build a hotel one day, because if you gather all these ideas, experience, and exposure, and you don't put into practice, then it will be of no use. So one day myself, I want to have my own facility, but with a different concept. The concept I want to have is I want to let people know it's not just about money. You get it, but whatever you bring on board, you'll be able to look at it.
I see.
Yes.
You see, you made a very important point that we don't like, or we should learn to bring people up, give them the exposure, that opportunity to make it, give them the resources to make it. And from your story, you at 13, you had an auntie who gave you that sort of platform to learn, to grow, and to thrive. And I was watching a video recently where a lady was talking about how in Africa, it's like when people suffer something, they want to also let other people suffer from the same thing. It's like, oh, me, my father, those days we used to go to school at this time, we woke up at this time, and so this same situation should apply to you. But which shouldn't be the case. We should focus on making people better, the people who are coming after us, better than how we came to meet the situation, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's very, very impressive because you hold the same value as well.
Yes. I say I was telling a friend today that whatever we are doing today, others have come to do it, but like years ago. It's just an opportunity we have today. If you understand this very principle, it will help you to make better decisions. That life is all about helping people. Life is all about helping people. So if I work with you, one day I want to see you again and be able to call you. I don't want to work with you and tomorrow I will see you and I run away. And the same, if my auntie had not given the opportunity, I wouldn't have been here. Maybe I would have been elsewhere, but I am grateful for this opportunity. And I think when I put my hotel one day, the restaurant, I want to name it Grace Thompson Restaurant,
Oh
because
wow.
that is where the whole journey started.
Wow. That's your
Yes,
auntie's name.
yes, that's the name. So
Wow. Wow.
so that
Wow.
whatever whoever asks who is she, the story may be told, or we can even put a story there. She's the one that helped the owner of this facility to have this whole idea about tourism and hospitality.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, it's been a very great chat with you, and I'm really honored and glad that you took time off your busy schedule. I know you are very busy, you do a lot of things here, so thank you. I really appreciate that.
Thank you
So
so much.
yeah, just your final words to our viewers and young people out there, or maybe people who want to come and explore this place. Yeah, so all three.
Yeah, so I would like to say thank you to
Eqay Inspire.
Eqay Inspire
Yeah.
for this wonderful opportunity. We are so much grateful. And to my brothers and sisters out there, I would like to say, look, the world will not be a better place if you don't help yourself. And then the tourism and hospitality industry will give us exposure. Let us embrace it when we find one. In fact, today, if I tell you I can cook, I can wash, I can do so many things I learned from this industry. That's pushed me to do so many things on my own, and I would like to teach my family about that. The ideas I've gotten about in this industry, I want you to help my family, my workers, and those around me. Every principle I've come to know about this very industry, I want others around me to know about it. And to talk about Solent Villas Resort, it's a heaven on its own, a piece of heaven on earth that you need to experience.
I
So
second that anyway. Yeah, because I've been here myself. I've seen
yes,
the angels.
yes. So that is it. And thank you for watching us.
All right. So until I see you again, take care and come here. Bye bye.